the past 10 episodes of building Benny's movie park in Planet Coaster, we worked on the entrance area, a pirate-themed section, and of course the quite large Jurassic Park land. These are all themes I adopted from my original movie park I made back in 2021 in Roblox. If by any chance you watched that series, you know that the next step is going to be Harry Potter, and more specifically, Hogwarts. This is going to be an insane ride because I actually plan to make the entire layout of Hogwarts Castle. It's going to be crazy. So, well, let's get straight into it. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Planet Coaster. As you guys know, today we will build Hogwarts. And it's going to be a little bit different than the Hogwarts in Benny's Movie Park 1, the original Benny's Movie Park 1. I'm actually going to build the entirety of Hogwarts, not just the Great Hall. That is an extremely ambitious idea, I know that, but still we're gonna do it anyway. The main reason for this is that I can actually make the ride inside the castle in its entirety, or at least mostly, which would look incredible. I have some reference images for the exterior which we'll work on today, so really let's get straight into it. First of all, real fans know that Hogwarts is sitting on a mountain kind of, so let's go ahead and just make that mountain. It's going to be really nice and high and just a really big chunk of land as well, so let's just do that. Just like so. The scale is going to be insane. This will be huge. But the bigger, the more impressive, and the more impressive, the cooler. So that we just have to do this. And also, I gotta say, I am really happy we can finally do something other than palm trees. It's been fun, but I'm happy. That's the point. And actually, right away, let me just kind of get the shaping of the Hogwarts mountain down, because in the center, there is actually a sort of gap, and it seems nice to already kind of get that in there. I think we should start with just this. Seems fine. And then, well, let's first do the big outlines. So we are going to go to the walls. We of course have the stone market walls right here. We've got the very rough ones, but I think that's a bit too much. But this right here, the stone ruin wall, that is bloody perfect. It's almost the exact right color as well. I'll begin over here with the courtyard, which is this section of Hogwarts. And as you know, this whole thing will be one huge guess. Not all the proportions are going to be identical either, but it's just the idea that counts. I put an extra layer on there, I think, according to my reference. And then also I immediately have a nice base level we can use, so that's perfect. For now, all of this is rock, of course. However, you know it's going to be changed later, because I actually have no idea what any of this specifically is going to look like, and I'm really just too excited, so let's already add some more depth. This building system, I gotta say, is really starting to grow on me. It's still annoying that you're a bit limited, but it is very satisfying to put together buildings like this. The way everything just clicks into place, I love that. Oh, and this one, by the way, is of course the entrance, so that has to be open. And we also have these. That looks insane. Wow, I did not even know. What else do we have? Yo, this instantly actually looks so good. What the hell? That is crazy work right there. And actually, we also need to make a decision about the roof style. Ideally, you'd want kind of old medieval type tiles, but I do not think that those exist. I mean, this is probably the closest thing to it, but definitely still not ideal, of course. Let's have a look what that looks like with the gray kind of roofs. Oh, that actually does look rather good. Okay, you know what? That's good, actually. It's just this wooden color has to be a bit more desaturated, kind of like that. Okay. That's decent. So then let's go and try adding that edge we see. Yeah, that is surprisingly good, actually. I will, however, try and see if we can maybe make the color a bit darker and slightly more reddish as well, like this. I think that's a bit closer to the Hogwarts colors. There you go. Yes, we'll spice that up later. First, I already can tell we need some more land behind this, because this is where the Great Hall is gonna go. This is gonna be a giant castle. By the way, first, a floor would be nice, of course, as well. There you go. And then now we can see how big the Great Hall is gonna be. At least this. And actually, it appears to be skinnier than this building. So that's gonna be interesting, because how are we ever gonna fit all the... That is probably about that long? little bit longer. And that reminds me, actually, before I mess things up once again, let me just put a few of these figures. Here you go. Look how small that is. I don't have to worry about anything. This is fine. Let me just put some of these figures over here so I don't forget how massive this is going to be. Now, this might be slightly too wide, but I guess there's only one way to find out, as usual. Let me just put all these walls in place and see what happens. Actually, I think that's just fine. The Great Hall also has a bit of an entrance kind of element. Something like this, maybe? That actually looks very... Yes! I just realized we should probably use these instead for the main wall. At the bottom, there's these kind of edges, kind of. I definitely want to have all the detail I can in there already. And for these windows, I'm thinking we just use these arches again. It's going to be a bit of a stinker, but I think we can make it work. And then here comes the magic. We simply copy that over like so. Very satisfying. These windows really need some work, don't worry. And then the same thing on the other side as well. Is that it? Yes. Dude, this is starting to get really exciting. Then on the back, we have this huge window we also have to make. Thinking we can just do that with this. However, these specifics we'll figure out later. First, the roof is going to be a disaster. Let's first go ahead and put the little tower on the side here. That's simple enough, I'm guessing. Just like this. That's about the right width, too. Now, that is more or less the same height as that courtyard, I think. Like that, yes. I wish we had roofs that are a bit more pointy, but I think this is what we're stuck with. It's not terrible, it just has to be actually a bit steeper. But for this specific little tower, I think it's fine. Now, what's also really important are these pillars on the side of the Great Hall. I wasn't gonna go into detail too much in this episode, but I just cannot help myself. They're also just tiny little towers with pointy things on top, like this. And again, all of these items are on the same axes. Yet, when I wanna move it... Ignore it. Ignore it, Benjamin. It's fine. Well, it's not fine because I want to move it. Oh my god, I'm a genius. I attached a grid block on it, and now I can just move it like that. Perfect. Okay, look at this. Is this not incredible? And as you expected, the exact same thing on the other side. Place it down. This is honestly so ridiculously exciting. Look at this. Now we're just gonna find something to put on top of those, preferably something nice and pointy. This is probably not the best option, but until we find something better, what about this? It's gonna take a second, just wait for it. It's actually supposed to be like a pyramid type roof. This is more of a cone, but it is better than nothing. Look. It's got the same idea. I mean, we also have just a regular cone, of course, but I feel like this is a bit too small and too smooth. This has at least some texture, but we'll just put this in place just to be sure. There has to be something though, right? Come on. Well, it appears there isn't, so it's gonna be either of these. I'm guessing we go with that one. And then from there, it's the same exact thing once again. Then there is the roof itself. Let's try it. This right here is obviously not steep enough, but it's just for the reference of the center, I guess. Something like that high. Actually, even a little bit higher, I think. Here you go. And then here, let's begin with just a basic flat roof. I'm not sure if this is the best approach, but I just have to try first to see if it works. Yeah, and I just forgot you can only rotate this on the horizontal axis. That is great. And of course, there is no off-grid roof with that texture. That is just... lovely. And I can already tell you that this is not steep enough, not even close. So, oh my god, if this didn't have that stupid ass edge, it would have been perfect. Except, it does. It appears as though we're stuck with this. I think it can work still. It's just not gonna look nearly as polished, but we'll see what happens. Just making, again, a roof. And now, with a little bit of luck, this actually matches. Let's put that... Actually, not bad. Has to be a bit longer on the side, but then should be pretty much good. All we need to then do is make sure it's identical on the other side, which I think we can do. I am a genius, guys. Look at that. Still not loving the texture on that roof, but I mean, it's the best we can do right now. I just hate how repetitive this texture is. On the side of this roof, we have these tiny little windows. For those, I'm guessing we should have some windows, right? This right here, for example, looks pretty decent. We'll just make that a little bit smaller and put two next to each other. Never mind, that actually looks terrible. Let's try something else instead. Maybe this. instead. Yes, that is definitely, oh yes, that's definitely better. And then with these, I have no idea what that even is. I'll build the tiny little roofs, just like that. And then these have to be spread all over that roof. We'll just shove these in at the right angle, something like that, I think. They're maybe a bit too big, but better too big than too small. Look, and we can just do this, which is incredible. Now, you may have noticed the amount of pillars and stuff like that isn't the same as the original, so it is obviously gonna look slightly different, but it's the vibe that counts, the idea. And I think it is going pretty well so far. Then next, for this building at least, in the top center, there is this tiny tower that we obviously need as well, so let's get straight to it. Right to it. And then once again, the roof is going to be the biggest problem. How the hell? These windows, of course, we can already put on. How the... What? The longer you play this, the more you realize there are really things that just, like, crucial things that we're missing. You know, it is almost poetic that back then in Roblox with Movie Park 1, I struggled with the roofs. And now in Planet Coaster 2, I do the exact same thing, and yet I struggle again. I think there's just no other way. We need to, again, use this absolute bullshit. It can get pretty big, that's a good thing. It is just not really the best looking, is it? It's a bit weird and smooth. But well, it is better than nothing, so let's just go with it. What we can, of course, do instead, though, is this. For some extra, at least a little bit extra detail. Because like I keep saying, it really is about the vibe, the style. And this is kind of similar to it. Here you go. Do you know what? I'm not gonna lie, that is not bad. It's not great, but not bad either. Now, my initial idea was to do the whole layout first and then add details, but I'm having so much fun with this. Let's just finish this section right now. At least the exterior, that is, not the interior. I'm just super curious what that looks like, so let's get to it. First, however. Lovely. Now, unfortunately, there's also two more little towers on the sides, so let's build those too. And once again, the same incredible looking roof on it. We need the occasional window on this, and I'm just gonna use the same ones again. As usual, we're gonna have to improvise just a little bit for some areas. And then we copy that bad boy to the other side, just like that. Now that, ladies and gentlemen, is hella clean. I love that. Then now we do have to make sure this is closed up, because this is not ideal. All of this, unfortunately, is going to have to be the free-form elements, because, well, as you know, there are very limited possibilities on grid. This doesn't look beautiful. And for that brick kind of looking edge over there, I can only try this. The one thing that makes sense. So, let's build this up. Actually, this might just fix that weird... Yes! Now you don't have this weird stuff because it's just being covered by those bricks. It's a bit wonky, but it's better than that. And then move that over to the other side as well. Here you go. Now this is a bit of a weird one because this side of the roof actually sticks out, which sucks. However, I just noticed, of course, it's just one piece, so we can just do that. And boom! Place that down as if nothing ever happened. Wow, that's crazy good. Anyway, then these windows also need some work because they're a bit too wide. I'm hoping I can fix that by simply adding some more layers to them on the inside. For example, just like this. And then let's see if this actually looks a bit better for that shape. Sort of, yes. And then we also have to make sure there are windows in here, actual windows, which is fantastic. Let's first actually look at the windows we have. I don't think there's something here. We can always try. Problem is, I want to look through it, and so we probably need to make something ourselves. Luckily, of course, we do now actually have glass panels, so that is a good thing. We just put one in here first, see what happens. The only problem now is we need to add a frame to this, and I'm not sure that's gonna look very good. We'll try. For example, this is already just way too thick. Oh, wait. Hold on. First, we'll just do a frame with these wooden pieces here, and then with the cylindrical ones, we can just finish it off. Beautiful. Look at that. That's not even that bad. Now, this is 100% not made for this, but look at that. That's crazy. That actually fits so well. Because that definitely looks a bit weird, but now... this is it. Just have to make that a similar color. Here you go. And place it down. Dude. And you can look outside now too. Okay, so then we simply have to copy this over as well into every single window. Now I could do something crazy. I was just going to put like windows on top of this, but what if we actually just redo that a little bit smaller? Unless, of course, we want it to look like this, which in that case we can just do that. I'm not sure. It depends on how the interior is going to look, but for now we'll just do that. That looks so weird. No, I hate that. Oh, hell. I'll just do this. Same thing as above, except now it's just black. Very good. Place that down. That is, in fact, quite nice looking, yes. And all that's left to do now is the back, of course, and some of this stuff at the front is also still not finished. On the front here, first we need 2 of these pillars again. Then, unfortunately, there's also a window in here, which just actually took a second to get this hole in here, but it's fine, it works. Here you go, put that in. And as far as the arch goes at the front, I'm thinking we can try this. It's not exactly the same shape, though. It should technically be a bit pointier, but it is very easy, this. In fact, let me just try something here. If we do this, do we get the same effect? Kind of. Before that, though, I first want to get the roof in on top, because that's a lot easier too. Just like so. And to finish up that front area, we have to fill up this. And again, this will be a bit of a puzzle, but I think we can make it work. Well, we have to make it work. Last little piece, and there you go. Okay, that was actually surprisingly easy, and it looks good. Anyway, then an idea I had was to grab this and simply offset it to kind of get this effect, which I'm not sure how to explain, so I'll just show you on screen. Look, it's not quite as detailed maybe, but it's the same effect. Never mind, I just realized that is not possible because it's gonna go straight into the window. Amazing. Not really sure how to fix that then, but at least we can finish this off on the inside. There you go. That's already a bit better. We can, however, do this effect on the lower level because there's no windows on the side. Yeah, that does look pretty cool, I won't lie. And then finally, the little tower at the front with a window on it. And then, ladies and gentlemen, oh wait. No, we're not done. In fact, let me just fix this real quick. It's the same stuff anyway, and then I'll be right back with you. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here you go. That is the window on the back. It actually turned out very cool, I think. It's a bit wonky with all of these elements, but overall, it looks decent. It's got the vibe. Again, I keep saying it, but it's true. It is all about the vibe. I also added some extra little one of these kind of, you know, details. I felt like it was missing some fidelity, and also this stuff on top. I have no idea what any of this is called, so I'm just gonna call it these things. Point is, it is kind of finished apart from the clock and of course the rest of the castle. However, first, one thing. I am going to select the entire thing and actually okay, move it a little bit to the front, because otherwise it's very far away from the rest of the park, which is not ideal. However, luckily we can just do that. There you go. I'm thinking something like this. And all we have to do is make sure this is still connected to that castle. Here you go, just all around the castle area. Nice and flat. Very good. And then that should be pretty much... That looks so cool. Okay, so we do need a little bit of extra land over here, but that is not bad. Just all the way in the back here, extending and then pushing it back in until we have the best result. And then back here, we actually don't need this much land. Okay, so now it is looking a lot cleaner already. I can't wait to add trees and details and stuff. It's gonna look incredible. But anyway, this has taken me an entire afternoon. I wish I could have gone further, but I actually ended up doing quite some details instead of just the layout. It looks insane though. I love the way this looks. And it is very promising. The only problem is that this is only that part of the whole castle. And I want to kind of build the whole castle. I'm going to die. But there's no rush. We have, well, quite literally forever to do it. So, we will. If you would like to see these videos early before everyone else, make sure to become a member of this channel by clicking the join button. And if not, then don't, I guess. I mean, you're gonna see it anyway. But then I guess for today, that is pretty much it. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to leave a like, subscribe, hit the bell not to miss a single future video, and then I hope I'll see you in the next episode of Building Benny's Movie Park.